and we'll now print our report. In today's video, we're going to be doing an unboxing and review of the Kingbolen K6 4-in-1 bidirectional scan tool. To start, we're going to be going over all the accessories that come inside the box. If you want to skip this part, I'll put its timestamp in. Feel free to jump forward in the video. Right away, when you open the box, you're greeted with the packaging. You've got the owner's manual, a spare set of fuses, and a diagram showing you all the connectors. Underneath this main one, you have two adapters. You'll have the actual main unit, plus the battery connections to test the batteries. Opening up the upper storage on the box, again, you've got all your additional connectors here, which you can use the parts list to determine what connector is what. On the right hand side, you'll have your OBD2 connection and also the cigarette light connection. Now let's take a look at the actual device, and I'll give you a quick rundown. Now taking a look at the physical device, on the rear here there is a handle. You do have a camera also. On the front, you've got your location for paper. This device allows you to print out health reports and your battery test at the very end. On the left hand side, you've got the power button, so we'll turn it on. On the right hand side, you have USB-C for charging and a USB. This top USB will allow you to add on a scope. We'll allow this device to power up, and I'll show you some of the features. Now that the device is turned on, you're greeted by a very simple layout here. You've got your diagnostic tab. So you've got auto VIN detection, or you can pick out the auto manufacturer. You've got your battery information, so this is where you'll do your battery testing. You've got your reports, so any reports that you do run, battery, TPMS, or diagnostic, will stay stored in here. You've got settings, which will allow you to change a bunch of the options here. To get back off this screen, you'll swipe to the right and it'll pull you back. You've got a video scope section here, like I had mentioned. If you do have an add-on video scope, it'll be connected to the USB. You've got your TPMS setting here, so this is where you can actually go in and do your TPMS resets for your vehicle. You've got maintenance in here, so again, this will store a bunch of the information in here for you, let you run the test. You've got a few additional items back here, like other. So this will be where some of your files, photos, and an email is stored. You've got a personal center here. You can put in a bunch of your personal information, shop information, or change the metrics to it. And you've got a feedback section in here. Let's go plug this into a vehicle, and I'll show you some of the features. Now that we've got the device connected, we're going to run the diagnostic. So we'll use the auto VIN feature here. Do auto search. We're going to do a health report. So depending on the amount of modules that your vehicle has, this runtime may vary a little bit. Awesome, so we can see we have one fault in the HVAC system. So what we're going to do is hit the more down on the left, report. Hit OK. We'll skip that for now. We're now able to print this report. So here in the top on the right hand side in the middle, we'll hit the print tab, print. It's now going to print a small breakdown of the report that was just run. This is definitely a great option, being able to give this to your customer. So you can now see here, it's indicating that we had the one fault and telling you that all these other systems that were tested are okay. So we're going to go back out now into the main screen, and we'll take a look at some of the functions and features that the scanner has. Now that we're inside the ECM here, you can see you've got a couple module information for the module information, clear faults, read fault codes, read data stream, actuation tests, and special functions. We're just going to go into read data stream, engine data. We're just going to select a couple options here. You can see this has a very large list of information that you're able to view here. So we're going to run that starting, and we're going to start the vehicle. We can now see some of the information we picked out here. You do have the option on the right here for the graph version. So this will show you a live graph here. We'll go back, we'll take a look at some of the special functions that are available. You've got learn functions in here. You've got some reset functions. We'll take a look at the actuation test while I shut the vehicle back down. You can see you've got options here for the AC, cooling fan, fuel pump, fuel system. Let's take a look at the fuel pump options. We'll go back, we'll look at the BCM next. We'll go into the windows. We'll do the driver's window. We've moved the driver's window up. We'll move it down. Just going to put it back up here quick. So again, you've got the option for all four windows here. You've got interior lights, exterior lights. You've got wipers. Let's take a look at a few of these other modules. So we're in the transmission module. Again, you're able to see a bunch of data here on the transmission. When you're looking at the live data on the graphs, you do have the option also to screen record that data. So if you are driving, you can go for the drive, screen record that, and when you're back in your park, you're able to go back and review that information. We'll look at a couple of the additional features here in just a moment. So we're going to go back into the ECM for a minute here. We're going to take a quick look at the actuation tests, and we'll go down. We're going to go into the evap section. So this is a pretty common function that you'll want to use with a bidirectional scan tool, is you've got the option to do a purge seal test here. You can also test the purge or the vent. So in the special function, you've got quite a few options here in the ECM. Just going to take a quick look at some of the other special functions for some of these modules here that this vehicle is equipped with. So as you can see, each one of these modules has some special functions that are available. The scanner is quite extensive with the amount of modules you can view and functions that it does have here. Let's jump outside and I'll show you how the battery testing function works here. So one of the reasons that this tool outperforms many other scan tools is the fact that it comes with the battery testers. So what we're going to do is on the bottom here, we're going to connect it in, we'll screw it down, and we'll attach this to the vehicle and run a test. Now that we've got the tool connected to the battery, we're going to do the battery test. We're going to do in-car test. We're going to skip scanning the barcode. I have to put my cold cranking amps in here, which is 760 for this vehicle. We're going to skip the VIN information. We'll start detection. So we're indicating that we've got a good battery. The cold cranking amps are a bit below the starting rate. We're now going to go into the starting test. So the starting test has gone good. We're going to now do a charging test. So the charging test is also passed like normal. We're going to save the report. We're now going to print this report. And again, we've been able to print out the report here. This has been an unboxing and review on the Kingbolen K6 PRO 4-in-1 bidirectional scan tool. If you enjoyed this content or you want some additional information, leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.